Hi everyone, this is Sean Micel. I am the marketer and advertiser for Anderson Bat, and today we're going to learn about why you need to segment your email list. After talking to a few vendors and some of my own clients that have large email lists, one of the things I discovered is there's a lot of frustration with getting more revenue out of that list. You always hear, oh, the money's in the list. You just need to build a list. Well, the money is locked behind the list. And how you get to that money really depends on how well you understand each segment of that list. So the three things that we're going to learn today are why you need to segment your list, okay? How to actually segment your list based on customer actions, and believe it or not, this part's actually technically really easy. I'm not technically savvy, and it's very easy to figure out, okay? And just as a side note, I apologize if stuff pops up on the screen. I'm on my home PC, so just bear with me on that one. And then finally, number three, hyper-targeting your messaging after segmentation. So once you know who you're talking to after you've broken up your list into sublists, now we're going to talk about how you can get really specific with what they want. Okay, so let me kind of paint a scenario, all right? So let's just say that you have a list of 10,000 people, which is not really uncommon for you guys. You guys have done a great job building a huge customer base. And you have all these people batched into one giant list, okay? Now you send out a list and say you want to sell boys baseball bats, okay? Now say that I'm a father of two girls who both play fast pitch softball, and I get this email that pops up from whatever company sends it to me, and it talks about this great deal on free shipping, 10% off these boys bats. You can kind of imagine I'm not going to have a whole lot of interest in that offer. And the reason why that is because I don't have boys, and therefore I don't need obviously to buy boys bats. So what happens on the consumer side of the screen is they get annoyed, and they will either unsubscribe, ignore you, or call you out on spam. Okay, because what you just sent them, or what that company just sent them, is completely irrelevant to their scenario. And that is why you need to segment your list in terms of hitting the right people with the right message. What I always tell customers is, we want to, what we want to do is target people with a sniper rifle, not carpet bombing. And there's a little work involved, but trust me, in the long run, it's very much worth it. Okay, just to give you an example of how this works, I had a golf client that was selling tees. And what we did is we sent one email out to a giant list. It was like 250,000 people. And we just gave them just a free tip on how to hit bigger drives and said, hey, oh, by the way, check out this tee. This will help you out. Now, what happened is the people that clicked the tee, we made a sub list. We followed up another email, pretty much just reminding them of, hey, you check this tee out. We're offering this great deal. You can buy 2 dozen for whatever it was, $9.99. And what happened is their sales from that one email went up 1,256%. Now, that's not a typo. It's not a mistake. It's because it was a smaller group of people, but they were a smaller group of interested people. Okay? So let's get into how you segment your list based on customer actions. Okay? So what you're looking at right here is a screenshot of Anderson's MailChimp account. Okay? And we send out this email based on 5 videos we filmed with former Major League Baseball player Greg Jeffries. And there's a little really cool thing I'll tell you about at the end of this video, so just hang out for a couple minutes, and it's going to be something pretty exciting. So you can see the basic stuff. What we did is we took the original email and segmented the people that actually clicked. So we had 943 recipients, of which 47.6% opened, 15.7% clicked. Out of the people that opened, 33% clicked. And what we get is we get this report as we slide down the bottom right here. And this link right here is the video. This link is for the Rocket Tech softball bats. And this one right here is for the Techzilla bats. Okay? And just to give you an idea of what you're looking at is these are people right here that have expressed interest in a certain product type. Okay? Instead of talking about what they want, they've actually taken action and checked it out themselves. Okay? What we've got now is a way, we've got a group of people that we know for a fact we can send them an offer, and there's a decent chance that they'll be interested in it. Okay, so technically, how we're going to do that, how we're going to separate these people, if you have MailChimp, Aweber, Constant Contact, whatever, they're very similar to technically do this, okay? But I'll show you how we do it in MailChimp. All right, so what we do is we just slide up. We go to the total number of clicks right there, okay? And we just go, first we'll start with the rocket text. Click. And what this is going to do is it's going to show us a list of people that clicked on that link. Now, all you have to do from here to start segmenting your list is just click this, export. Okay? What happens is it pops out an Excel sheet or CSV file, whatever your platform does, and then all it is just a matter of going to that list, which is this right here. I'm not going to go through the whole process, but all we would do is just add the people. In fact, I'll just click it so you can see what it looks like. And if you're worried about how you do this, do not worry about it. If you need help, I'll help you walk through this, and I'll leave my contact information if you need to get a hold of me. But we just click import subscribers, and then you just click this, drag it over right here. I would just drag it here. I would just hit auto update. This is really important right here. When we upload these files, you know, as you send out email after email after email, you're ultimately going to have people who've clicked on the same thing. What this will do for you is it'll sift out duplicate emails for you. It'll do that work for you. So you always have, you know, new people in these sublists. Okay? So that is as complicated as it needs to get in terms of separating people out. All you're doing is sending out an email, and I'm going to show you an example of what I call a Kickstarter email here in just a moment. Watching what they do, see what they click, and separate them out. Now let me show you an example of what a Kickstarter email will look like. What we did first is we filmed a series of 5 videos with this guy right here, Greg Jeffries, former Major League ball player. It gave us a reason to communicate with our customers without being obnoxiously salesy, okay? What we did is we gave them free information on how to just do basic stuff in the batter's box. Really, really popular. People love them. They watch them, and they click, okay? So what we did is we took our list, which at the time was just a little over 1,400 people, just a very basic email. You can see this is just all text. There's not a lot of imagery. The reason why I don't put a lot of imagery in my emails is because a lot of times it triggers spam filters, especially since Gmail made updates to how they filter out spam. This has become a big deal, but the text will always show up. It'll always show up in their browsers, okay? This link right here is for the video, and then they go down, and the people that have read through this are pretty interested in what you have to say, and this is something that you don't want to lose sight on, okay? Then they get down, we give them another link for the video just in case they missed it, so they don't have to go up. And then what happens is, like right here, you see Greg mentioned a couple bats that he thinks totally rock. Boom, here's the Rocket Tech, here's the Techzilla, okay? This is where you start getting that information to separate your list out. This is all you have to do. You just send an email like this to your entire list, and then you start getting the clicks, and then it takes us to where we start uploading them, and we get a list like this, where it says Rocket Tech clicks, and the Techzilla clicks are in the process of building. Okay, these people right here, if we wanted to send, if you guys wanted to partner up with us, for example, to offer a sale on the Rocket Tech bats or free shipping or whatever it might be, we would just send to this list, because these people are, we know for a fact, are interested in those bats because they've taken the time to look at them. Okay, now once we have this, it becomes very important on how to hyper target your messaging. Now what all that means is focusing the message of your email blast to what those people want. And there's just a kind of a basic 3-step process that I take. I get inside their head. What do they want? Well, you know your customers really well. You've done business for years. You know the softball players, there's certain aspects of the bat that they are interested in. For the Rocket Tech bats are typically for bigger, stronger girls, so they want a little bit more, you know, beef in the barrel. That's what they seem to be interested in more than anything. So we start talking about that. Then emotionally, I just try to find out what's going to drive them and get them excited about buying the bat. And what we found is typically it's just adding that little extra power in the barrel, you know, because of the weight. That seems to resonate really well with people that we've sent, you know, news about Rocket Tech bats about. And then finally, this is the really, I think, one of the most important things, is remind them that they showed interest in your product. Now, what you got here is I just wrote some copy. Listen, it's not very good. I haven't edited it. This is just to show you an example. I say, hi, customer name. You won't believe what we just did. Remember that video you watched where you clicked on the new Rocket Tech? Well, check this out. We're offering free shipping on all new Rocket Tech bats. Do not worry. This is just an example. This isn't a real promotion that we're running. And then, you may tell them, what they can save. But the key thing is this right here, because what you've told them is, hey, you remember that? Remember what you checked out? And an organization called Marketing Experiments actually talks about an experiment that they ran, email marketing experiment, where they actually remind people, hey, remember this webinar you went to, and then the sales went up like triple digits, because people go, oh yeah, that's right, I did click on that. Oh, okay, now you've refreshed my memory. Now I remember what you're talking about. Okay, so here's the basic takeaways that you can take from this training. Try to stay away from carpet bombing your customers with just very general emails. Send out one general email. Give them a couple options for product that you want to sell or you want to segment. So it might be boys bats, girls bats, baseball mitts, cleats, whatever. Whatever it is that you want to figure out what they're interested in. Once you have those sub lists, now you can focus your messaging on specific interests. And when you focus on specific interests, as you could see, your conversion rates are going to go up much higher. The easiest way to explain this is the good old-fashioned Pareto rule, the 80-20 rule. Okay, 80% of your revenue is going to come from 20% of your customers. Well, in this particular case, when you segment a list for, say, softball bats, you might have a list of 10,000 people, but there's a good chance, say 2,000 of them are really the people who are going to buy those bats, and the rest of them just aren't going to care. They're going to be interested in something else. Okay, and then once you do that, you just want to, once you focus the messaging, then you just track the results, optimize it, test it against each other. Okay, now I made a mention earlier, a little bit of a tease about these videos. These videos that we produced, what we've done with them is to build the Anderson bat list, to send out like your guys' promos and so forth, is we filmed 5 videos, and we offer people the chance to opt into our list to get these videos. If you want to use these videos for your own purposes, to send out the Kickstarter email, to provide value to your customers, to build trust with them, it works fantastic. The feedback we've gotten has been outstanding. Okay, really, like one guy wrote a 3-page email basically telling us how much he loved the videos. If you're interested in this, just go back to the email that you got where you saw the link to this video. I've put my email address and my phone number in there. If you'd like me to send you links for these videos, I'll edit the videos. We have a little pitch at the end of these videos for the Rocket Tech bats, but I can easily cut that out and you can put your own thing in there, or nothing, whatever you prefer to do. Okay, so for Anderson Bat, I'm Sean Micel, and we will see you on the next training.